Thanks. Hey, Jasmine. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us. I asked this to Dee earlier. I was sort of hoping to ask you a similar question. The WNBA has been around for 25 years now. So it's basically been all your life. How aware of the league were you growing up? And yeah, how important has it been in your development?
I was a fan of the league. I always watch basketball with my family because we were like real sports fans. So when we stayed watching basketball to whatever you want to call it, but I'm a huge fan. It's a lot of talent that came through this league. Like one of my favorite players growing up was probably Cynthia Cooper. I think she was a monster. She was nice. So
Cool.
it's great. I mean, 25 years in this league, and there's plenty of talent that has played the game, and more talent that's coming. So I feel like the game is growing a lot.
And just as a brief follow-up, then, going forward, like, have you had ideas about how, there's been a lot of conversations in recent years how the league needs to develop and to grow, and it's got a lot of momentum with it at the moment. But what ideas do you have that you think the WNBA needs to do to continue getting bigger and better?
I mean, more so, they're now televising more games and putting on a lot of different networks, and I think it's helping. And a lot of women just out there, you know, being more active. Now with social media, like a lot of people, the crowds are growing for women's basketball now more than before. So I think it's really great. I mean, and each year they're taking a bigger step to get the women's game more noticed and more televised, which is helping a lot. It's the summertime, so a lot of people are always out doing things, but I think now a lot of people are bringing more notice to the league, which is great.
That's great. Thank you.
Alex Strom.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. Alex Sturm, Nets Daily. Um, can you talk about the coaching staff and how they've helped you, specifically Coach Jamelis, who's new but a former player, and how her experience has helped the team?
Her experience has helped the team. This is her first year coaching, so she's coming off from, being a player, and so her experience on and off like being a player and being a coach now. Now that she see things like when she's a player, she see things a little differently from being a coach. As far as like communication, it's always a huge thing when playing basketball. Like you think it's not as big of a deal, but it's actually huge to help teams, to help each other out there on the court. So what she's bringing to us, like from a coaching perspective, after just playing, is extremely helpful.
And I was also wondering, you were just talking about the WNBA and things that can happen. And I know it's kind of a loaded question, but something that a lot of people have been talking about is the potential for expansion for the league, for adding new teams, because there are only 12 and there's a lot of talent, as your teammates have talked about today. Do you have any thoughts on a potential WNBA expansion?
I think an expansion to be great. I mean, only like you said, it's only 12 teams, so bringing more bringing more teams in the league will be helpful. It's a lot of great cities out there, and and they're great sports fans. I mean, so adding a WNBA team will be great. You know, I mean, who doesn't like to watch basketball, especially women's basketball?
Thanks. Have a good year or good luck.
Thank you.
Jeff Magliochetti.
Hey, thank you for joining us today. Jeff Maglicetti here with Empire Sports Media, Nets Republic, and Winsider. So, do you think, on a personal level, you were able to accomplish the goals you set out at training camp?
Yeah, I think I did. I mean, my purpose of coming to training camp, or like coming into training camp, was to just play, just be me. At the end of the day, you either like it or you don't. But I can't. My thoughts wasn't coming in here, just to play my game and bring a lot of energy and effort. Like that's the only purpose. I'm not gonna come in here and just be lazy and just be here just to be here. You just have to come and just be ready each day.
And as someone who has had a lot of basketball experience, you come onto this team, a lot of two rookies, all those sophomores, like we mentioned so many times. What's the best piece of advice you can offer them as they embark on this WNBA journey?
Just always stay ready, and always play your game and always add a little more. Just always do more. You know, even when you think it's not there or you just feel like relax, just always do more and just always stay ready and always encourage each other to be better. Because at the end of the day, your teammates, you want everyone to grow, you want everyone to be better each and every day. You're only going to do that by staying together and just being there for each other.
Appreciate your time, Jasmine. Have a great year.
Thank you.
Jackie Powell.
Hey, Jasmine, good to see you. Thanks for being here with us. So, I wanted to know if you could recall for us a favorite memory from training camp.
Oh, my favorite memory. Probably like when we do drills, you know, and we're like seeing each other knock down shots and just like enjoying each other and just like encouraging each other to like just keep hitting them, you know. So I think that's probably one of my favorite moments in camp, you know, always just, you know, getting each other together and just encouraging each other always and just, you know, like making it a good positive atmosphere and energy to bring to one another and to continue on with the practice and everything.
So those ending celebrations that we sometimes see on social media where everyone's like jumping around after someone makes a shot.
Yeah, it's just like a boost and it just the intensity level and everything just keeps going up from all the encouragement and everybody just being together and just like, okay, let's keep this going.
Brilliant. And to follow up on that, I'm curious if you can help me characterize this roster. What are some of the common qualities that, you know, your teammates share?
I mean, everybody's kind of different in their own ways, you know. Like, I mean, Jazz and Joy is probably one of the funniest teammates to have for sure. You know, I mean, everybody's super cool. You know, it's not one person that's like off to the side or anything. Everybody is like a joy to be around and super entertaining and easygoing, always willing to help or whatever you need. Like everyone is like probably like super nice. Like I really enjoy them all.
Brilliant. Thanks so much, Jasmine. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Chris Sharon.
Hey, Jasmine, Chris Sheeran from the Yes Network. We heard Coach Walt, we heard Coach Shelley both say that this is a blue collar team. We heard Joyner Holmes say they're going to feel us on defense. What would you say? How would you define the identity of this team as we're almost about to start this season?
I think the identity will probably be defense, you know. I mean, that's what we work on a lot. I mean, to start practice, I mean, we start with defense, you know. So I think, I mean, you win basketball games with defense in transition, you know. So as long as we stay together, communicate, and just keep encouraging each other, I mean, defense and just running will be definitely our strong points for this team. I mean, because we definitely have a solid team this year. I mean, all around.
What are your expectations for this team this season?
My expectations are to just, you know, just just do what I can, do what I need to do when I'm out there on the court. Like whatever coach needs to bring energy, to get some stops, to get transition buckets, to get, you know, some corner shots or anything going. Like that's my position, you know, just to fill in. And, you know, anytime you coming off the bench or doing anything, you bring more energy, you know, like you take it up a notch. So everyone follows you, you know, like you just keep encouraging, like, hey, let's go.
Thanks, Jasmine. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Last question, Rafiq Lewison.
Hey, I just want to know, like, how you enjoying media days so far up until this point?
Oh, you know, I think media day is pretty cool. You know, I mean, you guys ask a lot of great questions. I think that's pretty cool. So I like media day so far to this point. You know.
And if I could just follow up, like, how do you feel about the way that the New York Liberties adjusted to the offense and defense these past couple of training camps? So, what is your like? Which team are you looking forward to playing the most this season?
Which team am I looking forward to playing the most?
Yeah.
Will probably be either Phoenix or Chicago. I think they have a extremely talented roster.